Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. As you can see, we've entered winter wonderland again.
I got a new jacket and scarf, by the way.
In case you
Must
didn't
stand
know.
out. If you like it, let me know in the comments below.
It's very warm and yeah, very nice. She's gone golden. She's the golden child.
Golden oldie.
Golden girls, golden avatar.
Yeah, golden girl. Alright, we're at Canto 3, Chapter 14, Text 25. Chapter is Pregnancy of Deity in the Evening.
Text 20, right?
Oh, I got 25.
Oh, it might be. I might have...
25. Yeah, we're 25.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, because Lord Shiva comes along, doesn't he? Yeah. Rudra's.
Oh, yeah. No, we hadn't gotten to Lord's. Oh, because of time. Yes. Okay. Some reason mine's that worked. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Text 20. Lord Shiva's body is ready.
20?
Oh, 25. It's a thing, isn't it? 25. The Lord Shiva's body is reddish and he is unstained, but he is covered with ashes. His hair is dusty from the whirlwind dust of the burning crematorium. He is the younger brother of your husband and he sees with his 3 eyes. Purport. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living entity, nor is he in the category of Vishnu or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is far more powerful than any living entity up to the standard of Brahma. Yet he is not on an equal level with Vishnu. Since he is almost like Lord Vishnu, Shiva can see past, present and future. One of his eyes is like the sun, another is like the moon, and his third eye, which is between his eyebrows, is like fire. He can generate fire from his middle eye, and he is able to vanquish any powerful living entity, including Brahma. Yet he does not live pompously in a nice house, etc., nor does he possess any material properties, although he is the master of the material world. He lives mostly in a crematorium, where dead bodies are burnt.
Crematorium. Okay.
And the whirlwind dust of the crematorium is his bodily dress. He is unstained by material contamination. Kashyap took him as his younger brother because the younger sister of Diti, Kashyap's wife, was married to Lord Shiva. The husband...
Yes. The Diti is the daughter of... If Shiva's wife is her sister, then who must she be the daughter of?
Daksha.
Yes.
The husband of one's sister is considered one's brother. By that social relationship, Lord Shiva happened to be the younger brother of Kashyap. Kashyap warned his wife that because Lord Shiva would see their sex indulgence, the time was not appropriate. Diti might argue that they would enjoy sex life in a private place, but Kashyap reminded her that Lord Shiva has 3 eyes called the sun, moon and fire, and one cannot escape his vigilance any more than one can escape Vishnu. Although seen by the police, a criminal is sometimes not immediately punished. The police wait for the proper time to apprehend him. The forbidden time for sexual intercourse would be noted by Lord Shiva, and Diti would meet with proper punishment by giving birth to a child of ghostly character or a godless impersonalist. And Kashyap foresaw this, and thus he warned his wife Diti.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, interesting that there's time and place to be
Fornicate.
Be intimate.
Yeah, I mean, everything's meant to be regulated, and of course the modes of material nature affect everything. So if nighttime is the mode of ignorance, so morning time is the recommended or prescribed time, and yeah, So, yeah, it's the best time, really. Lots of different bits and pieces. Lord Shiva has 3 eyes, the sun, the moon, and fire, all which illuminate and allow there to be visibility, so no matter where you are, then he'll be able to see you, kind of thing. Yeah, interesting points. Okay. Text 26, anything else? Okay. Lord Shiva regards no one as his relative, yet there is no one who is not connected with him. He does not regard anyone as very favorable or abominable. We respectfully worship the remnants of his foodstuff, and we vow to accept what is rejected by him. Purport. Kashyapa informed his wife that just because Lord Shiva happened to be his brother-in-law, that should not encourage her in her offense towards him. Kashyapa warned her that actually Lord Shiva is not connected with anyone, nor is anyone his enemy. Since he is one of the 3 controllers of the universal affairs, he is equal to everyone. His greatness is incomparable because he is a great devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is said that among all the devotees of the Personality of Godhead, Lord Shiva is the greatest. What's the verse? Vaishnavanam yatha shambhu. Thus, the remnants of foodstuff left by him are accepted by other devotees as Mahaprasad, or great spiritual foodstuff. The remnants of foodstuff offered to Lord Krishna are called prasad. But when the same prasad is eaten by a great devotee like Lord Shiva, it is called Mahaprasad. Interesting. We often refer to prasad as that which is offered to the Lord. Mahaprasad is that which is offered directly on the altar to the Lord. And then we would say Mahaprasad if someone has eaten the remnants and then you take it. Yes? Lord Shiva is so great that he does not care for material prosperity, for whichever one of us is so eager. That he does not care for the material prosperity, for whichever one of us is. For which every one of us. Well, that's what it says, for which every one of us.
You said for whichever one.
Oh, yes, okay. Parvati, who is the powerful material nature personified, is under his full control as his wife. Yet he does not use her even to build a residential house. He prefers to remain without shelter. And his great wife also agrees to live with him humbly. There you go. Solution to all problems. Find a humble wife. People in general worship Goddess Durga, the wife of Lord Shiva, for material prosperity, but Lord Shiva engages her in his service without material desire. He simply advises his great wife that of all kinds of worship, the worship of Vishnu is the highest, and greater than that is the worship of a great devotee or anything in relation with Vishnu. Very important points, especially the last bit. Yeah, it's interesting. He prefers to remain without shelter, although he's married to, the personification of the material energy, and he could have whatever he wanted. But he lives simply, and she chooses to live simply with him. And he simply advises his great wife, because there's this famous verse that I can't remember the Sanskrit for now. But anyway, yeah, so that basically higher than the worship of him is the worship of Vishnu, and higher than the worship of Vishnu is the worship of the devotees of Vishnu, like that. Text 27.
Text 27. Although no one in the material world is equal to or greater than Lord Vishnu.
Shiva.
Shiva.
We're having some challenges today. I don't know what it is. We're getting old, I guess.
And although his unimpeachable character is followed by great souls to dismantle the mass of omniscience, he nevertheless remains as if a devil to give salvation to all devotees of the Lord.
Nevertheless remains as if a devil to give salvation to all devotees.
Like his appearance and the way he looks, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Crazy.
you wouldn't normally expect a devil to give salvation. Let's read the purport.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. Purport. Lord Shiva's uncivilized devilish characteristics are never abominable because he teaches the sincere devotees of the Lord how to practice detachment from material enjoyment. He is called Mahadev, or the greatest of all demigods, and no one is equal to or greater than him in the material world. He is almost equal with Lord Vishnu. Although he always associates with Maya, Durga, he is above the reactionary stage of the three modes of material nature. And although he is in charge of devilish characters in the mode of ignorance, he is not affected by such association.
This is the mic. Mike?
Just making sure I can be heard.
Have any thoughts on this paragraph?
It's just I think a repetition of what we've already read, and that he's above the modes. He's married to Maya, Durga, but he's not affected. He's humble. He's not affected by the modes. He's in charge of the mode of ignorance, but he's not affected by the association.
Yeah, I like this. Which verse did you read? 26 or 27?
27.
Okay, yeah. So he's called Mahadev, or greatest of all demigods, and no one is equal to or greater than him in the material world. And he's almost equal with Vishnu. I forget again what the exact, because there's percentages, right? So before Narayan is Lord Shiva. I think Brahma is like 72 or 73%, and Shiva is like 80 or 84%, and then Vishnu comes up to, Lord Narayan is like 96%, something like that. So based on qualities, so he's a very elevated personality. And of course, some people would give long talks about how important Lord Shiva is, although we often refer to him as a demigod and we don't worship him, mainly because a lot of people do worship him, but for specifically material desires. But we're hearing here again and again and again exactly how much of a devotee he really is, how he's the greatest of devotees, how he encourages his wife to worship the devotees of Vishnu, and how he's almost as good as Vishnu in the sense, of course, in the Brahma Samhita it explains that like milk touched by tamarind becomes curd in the same way that Vishnu, and that the difference between milk and curd is the same as the difference between Vishnu and Lord Shiva. They're basically the same, just as slight differences. So so he's really a great and powerful person. And you can see in many pastimes, of course, to enter into the Dham, you're meant to go and first take shelter of and get the permission of Lord Shiva, because he's the protector of the Dham. So like that. Okay, we're up to 28, right? Unfortunate foolish persons, not knowing that he is engaged in his own self, laugh at him. Such foolish persons, engaged in maintaining the body, which is eatable by dogs, with dresses, ornaments, garlands, and ointments. Purport. Lord Shiva never accepts any luxurious dress, garland, ornament, or ointment, but those who are addicted to the decoration of the body, which is finally eatable by dogs, very luxuriously maintain it as the self. Such persons do not understand Lord Shiva, but they approach him for luxurious material comforts. There are two kinds of devotees of Lord Shiva. One class is the gross materialists, seeking only bodily comforts from Lord Shiva, and the other class desires to become one with him. They are mostly impersonalists and prefer to chant Shivoham, I am Shiva, or after liberation I shall become one with Lord Shiva. In other words, the karmis and gyanis are generally devotees of Lord Shiva, but they do not properly understand his real purpose in life. Sometimes so-called devotees of Lord Shiva imitate him in using poisonous intoxicants. Lord Shiva once swallowed an ocean of poison, and thus his throat became blue. And he had the name Nilkanta. Nilkanta. Nil means blue and Kanta means neck. The imitation Shivas try to follow him by indulging in poisons, and thus they are ruined. The real purpose of Lord Shiva is to serve the soul of the soul. And the first soul is capital, so Krishna, Lord Krishna. He desires that all luxurious articles such as nice garments, garlands, ornaments, and cosmetics be given to Lord Krishna only, because Krishna is the real enjoyer. He refuses to accept such luxurious items himself because they are only meant for Krishna. However, since they do not know this purpose of Lord Shiva, foolish persons either laugh at him or profitlessly try to imitate him. So two devotees it describes in general, two devotees of Lord Shiva. The first one is...
What's this, a pop quiz?
Yeah. For everybody. Okay, so for those who are interested in getting something out of him, some material desires, or those who try to become one with him. Shivoham, I am Shiva. Okay?
Because we don't understand him.
Yes. Not like you do, right?
I don't understand him. Text 29.
No, you should
What?
call it a day. I'm feeling a little chilly, actually. It's gotten cold, so...
Okay.
I mean, we got 17 minutes. That was a long time.
In my new jacket, I feel wonderful.
I know. There you go. It's all been worth it.
All right. Oh, we better go. My battery's going.
Oh, there you go. See? Let's hope that was still recording. All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in. Guess, who knows, we're going to have to be doing more inside readings, find some places to go.
All right.
It's nice to be with all of you. Thank you so much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.